Hey, what's going on, Wednesday? This is Dimension here going over another market update. And, I'm doing my best to explain why the market dumped the way that it did. So there's gonna be probably many people that's confused of why the market just suddenly dumped. And this is what I was talking about yesterday in my video. I said we had a major data or economic news event today, and that was jokes. All right. So before I get further, you should have taken the time out to read disclaimer. No, excuse me, at the beginning of this video to understand what's going on this channel at all times. If you do not do that, please go ahead and do so we're on the same page. So that said, let's get into this video. As you can see right now, just refresh the page here. The market is currently down 5.10%, and that's due to it just I just call it what it is. It's just manipulation, right? Because the data came out good and everything like that. When you come right here to the news and you take a look at the information that came out for jokes, came at very strong, much better than expected. But the reason why the market dumped is because next week we got the inflation rate decision. So a strong economy is what the market manipulators did not want to receive information on today. They want the economy to be weak so that way they can get more interest rates cuts or a higher possibility of interest rates cuts next week. But instead of them responding, like I said yesterday, I said you can get very good data, but the market manipulators will move the market according to how they see fit. If they, it's like, oh, it's a strong economy, that means no interest rates cuts, and they could dump the market. That's exactly what they did. That's why the market dumped the way that it did. So you come right here and you can see I'm very close to a stop loss right here on my Bitcoin. Also my SUI and Salon positions, they're near stop losses, and everything else is just like the whole market is down, of course, and a lot of liquidations happen. But you also come right here to the altcoin market, and you can see just heavy manipulation with that with the way the market just dumped. Because like I said, when you come right here, it was great data. We had great data for both of these news events, and then you come up a little bit higher. This right here was negative, but the market was already dumping during the London session. So the London session was already slowing the market down, and then as soon as the opening bell run, the market started dumping even more. So even before leading up to the opening bell for the New York session, the market is already dumping. So the market manipulators already knew what was about to come. They already knew that the data was going to come back as strong numbers, and which is what they didn't want. And so since they already knew it, it was just so easy to just go ahead and dump it. And then you get right here to liquidations. You can see how much was liquidated in the last 24 hours, and the last 1 hour and everything like that, the last 4 hours. So they literally did a huge liquidity grab at the same time. And since it was already dumping, it just made it so easy for them to dump it from. It was like right above $100,000 when the news announcement came out, and they just easily just dumped it down and grabbed all the liquidity that was down here. There's a massive amount of liquidity. Let's switch it to 48 hours to see what else we got going on here. So you can see, when it came, it was already down to this point. So they had already flushed out these zones right here. And then they just kept on dropping it after that because, we're not going to get interest rate cuts probably next week. So we're just going to dump the market. Although the data, this came back as a strong economy, as showing that the jobs are hiring and everything like that. But they didn't like that, so that's the reason why the market dumped. Okay. You go right and put the bubbles, like it's just bad, all over the board right now. So just hoping for what we would expect is a reversal back up, since they already grabbed a lot of liquidity due to just pure manipulation at this point. We're just hoping for a reversal at this moment, and because the market shouldn't be down here. It's just due to manipulation because they just want to have interest rate cuts or a higher possibility of interest rate cuts next week. Instead of them just responding to the data being released today, they also responded to the possibility of what can happen next week or what might not happen next week. Now, so I believe that the market is going to reverse back up. It's not going to be a quick reversal starting out. We had to get through this whole. Just look at this on a 4-hour candle. Let's say it was already dumping the whole time. Even when Bitcoin was going sideways, the market was doing well. But the London session took over from the Asian session by itself, and that's when the London session started dumping everything because the market manipulators already knew that that was going to come back strong. So they already started dumping it, so that way they can go down here and just sweep up all the liquidity down here, right? So, but that's the way that things are. We don't know how the market will respond because the market manipulators control everything. It's like, oh, that's strong data, So I had a buy order put in place that I forgot about on Bitcoin, and I got in at that buy order. I just forgot all about it. That's the reason why I'm in Bitcoin position right now, because I was out of it. And then, it's just like, okay, yesterday we put a buy limit order in just in case Bitcoin was to reverse and go back down, to like $100,000. And I forgot that I had the buy order in and it activated. I was like, oh man, I forgot about that. But anyways, I should be okay, but if not, I hit the stop loss. I just lose, a little bit of money, from this Bitcoin position, not a whole lot. And I just reevaluate the market and continue on from there. So now let's get up here again and let's go to the liquidation map here. Take a look, and you can see that dried up all those loans. Remember I was showing you yesterday, it's like you want to look at this, but I'm not going to focus on it because it's not going the price action of Bitcoin is not going to move right now, according to just there's a lot of possibility of liquidations down here to the bottom side compared to the top side. No, it was all based on this data release, the economic news. That's what many crypto YouTubers never talk about. And I'm sharing that information with you so that way you can pay attention to this going forward. Like I said, we got major news announcements. We just got the first day of a major news announcement for this week. We got 2 more days of major news announcements. We got the pharmacy minutes report being released this week, and then on Friday we got NFP, so non-farmers payroll. Those are the big market movers. Okay, nobody knows what's going to happen. So we just got to wait and see what's going to happen and just hold and just do our best to manage our trades to the best of our ability. Okay, so but yeah, like I said, it's all based off of inflation. They want more interest rate cuts or a possibility of interest rate cuts, and since the economy is still very strong, they didn't like that, so they dumped everything and they grabbed up a whole lot of liquidity in the process as well. So, but yeah, that's what happened right there. Let's go to the 7-day. And so the 7-day still got a higher amount of liquidations possibility for the bottom side for the long positions, and not as much for the short positions here. Let's go to 30-day. And so it just flipped on here on the 30-day. So from the 1 day and the 30-day, the shorts are over leveraged than the long positions. All right, so I'm just gonna go overall as well. So you can see the same thing here. Shorts are way more over leveraged now compared to the long positions. I believe that they could be done. There's no telling, but I believe that they are done with the liquidity grab that they wanted to do. They just used whatever reason they had to just get down here and sweep up liquidity because they saw all of it built up. And it's like we couldn't. Well, it's like it's too much buy pressure. We need a reason to force the market to drop, to dump, and that reason was the economic news, because they don't. There's a possibility that there's no interest rate cuts. And that's what happened last month as well. Although we had great economic news come out, but when Jerome Powell spoke, he's like, instead of us looking at 5 rate cuts next year, we're probably looking at just 2. Market dump. Based off the information that he shared at that moment, based on what's going on for this current year that we in. So that's what happened. And so let's go right into the 7-day, take a look at this. And so higher leverage can be swept out for the long position compared to shorts. And then let's go to 30-day, probably reflect the same thing. Yep. So this right here is not that much of a difference like it is for the Binance one. Okay, but this is all the exchanges pretty much. Okay, let's take a look at something else. Let's see. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but since I'm here, let's go to RSI heat map. Let's see if anybody panic sold. Oh yeah, the people are panic selling like crazy. Oh yeah, so that was another thing that they was able to accomplish. Now look what's going on. The price is stabilizing and it's going to start coming back up slowly but surely. And then probably by this evening, we could probably see a nice run up to Bitcoin getting back above $100,000. But when you look at this right here, That right there is all they want to accomplish. They want people to panic sell, and that's exactly what they did. And now what the market manipulators are doing? They're coming up in here and swooping up everything at discounted prices again. That's all it is. All right. So let's go right here to the ETFs, because this is something else that I brought up. So everything dipped, of course, because of the major dump. But when you look at, let's see, flows USD, I think it was this right here yesterday. Let's go to USD. So yesterday we had an inflow to Bitcoin ETFs of over $978 million. So that was more than last Friday. So today you can't see it right now, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be an outflow, probably, because of people panic selling. That's just the name of the game. That's what the game that they play. They want the market to move in ways to make people panic sell, so they can go ahead and buy up everything at a cheaper price. That's just the way it is. Nothing that we can do about it. All right. Anything else that I want to be able to show you here? Let's go to data again, and let's go to visual screener. So you can see here, there are not too many shorts closing or longs entering into the market. There are a lot of shorts entering into the market and longs closing right now. But I think it's now it is obvious, probably bear trap, because now the bears are feeling good about themselves, and it's like, now that we can dump this thing down to 85K, 75K, whatever the case may be, right? And that may not be the case at all. It's just that they down, the market movers wanted to grab up the liquidity underneath 100,000, above 97,000, and it looks like they achieved that, because like there was a major liquidity level. When you come back over here, let's go and take a look at that map again, and we're going to zoom this out to the 48-hour. It's like it was right here. So when Bitcoin was going up slowly but surely last week, there was so much liquidity, buy pressure being built up right underneath Bitcoin as it was moving up. And every time Bitcoin tried to go down, wasn't enough volume, it would get rejected back up. So it was obvious that they wanted to grab the liquidity down here, but they didn't have enough volume to do so. So that economic news announcement, something that they didn't like, they used that as a reason to add all the volume in the market that they wanted to, and drop it and grab up all that liquidity. That's all that happened. Okay, so now you see things are starting to slow up, and Bitcoin is right here about to get back above $98,000 probably soon, and then it's going to get to 99,000, 100,000. Then we'll be on our way back upwards again, probably. There's no guarantee that that's going to happen, but when normally when you see things slow up like this, it's just pure manipulation. And we understand that if you set your stop losses in the right spot, which I didn't really set this in the right spot, looking at the 4 hour. The 1 hour, I was looking at 1 hour when I said it. But yeah, you want to set your stop losses in good zones, because I was like, you don't want to set it when you are looking at the first zone. I look at 2 zones down. It's like, okay, I can set my stop loss down, so really my stop loss should be down here. But I see what happens. I probably don't have to move it. But anyways, that's how I like to start set my stop losses. Just going, just start speaking about that. Just in case you're wondering how it is that I set my stop loss. So on the 4 hour chart, you look at that, and it's like, okay, you enter in, and you see that this right here is the first major zone. It's like, okay, so I don't set it underneath this one. I look for the second major zone. So right here. So I set, I put my stop loss underneath here where this yellow line is at. But I didn't do that. I was looking at the 1 hour chart and put it in the wrong spot. That's all. Anyways, that's how I do it. That's what I want to go over in this video. If you like what you heard and saw, please subscribe to the channel. Also, feel free to share this video with other people. I am trading on Pionex cryptocurrency exchange. They do offer a whole lot of services, including free trading bots for you to access for spot trading and leverage trading. Also, you can do some staking and put just pretty much like in the earn section, and earn some additional crypto, wherever it is that you want to earn on an hourly basis as well. Okay, so I take advantage of all the services that they offer, for the most part, except for copy trading. All right, and if you're interested in that, I have my links down in the description of this video, as well as in the comment section. If you heard of Pionex from someone else, please give it like a person. Use their referral link, create your account, do your KYC, and make your deposit. Start trading how you see fit. Just remember, Pionex does not offer futures trading to people in the United States. The states of Georgia, Alaska, and New York are not able to create an account with Pionex. Neither is the country of the UK. Okay, so that's all to say. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time in this video. Take care, everyone.